here's something that you more than likely have never seen here at Disneyland. Luigi's Rollickin Roadsters here at Cars Land in California Adventure is a complete ghost town right now. Talk about Radiator Springs being abandoned and lonely, right? Just like how it is in the movie initially. Look at this. All the cars are covered up in this tarp right here. This is really interesting to look at. I mean, it's just tarp over cars, of course, but when you're used to seeing movement here, you know, it just looks so different compared to what, you know, you're used to seeing. I mean, just take a look at that. There's no movement whatsoever. It all feels a little lifeless, if you ask me. So I wonder, because I'm noticing that there's those little, you know, red handles at the ends of the tarps right there. Is that what they used to pull everything up to unveil the cars like underneath? I wonder. But I'm assuming this ride is closed because, you know, because of the rain, of all the rain that's been happening here in SoCal, you know, as of late. So I'm pretty sure that's why this ride has closed for the day. But it's still interesting to see how this ride looks when it's down, when there's no movement, when there's nothing happening whatsoever. It all just makes me wonder, you know, how this ride really looked. It all makes me wonder how the ride looked during the closure that Disneyland had years back. So I'm pretty sure it all looked just the same. You know, there's no movement. You know, all the cars had to be covered, I'm assuming, right, to protect the paint from the sunlight, to protect them from rain, wind, and dirt, and all that stuff. So yeah, this is definitely interesting to see here. Given that Cars Land is a super, super lively area. Now, there's always a lot of people, you know, thousands of people going into the land every day. Then you see this, it's all just empty, quiet. I mean, if I zoom in, you could see that there's nobody, not a single soul in line for Luigi's Rollickin Roadsters. This is cool. Now, of course, you know, it's just a regular closure, you know, nothing to be super shocked about. But what I'm saying is, you know, it's really weird seeing this. That's what I'm trying to say. It's really weird seeing no movement here whatsoever. It all feels a little creepy, if you ask me. As we're here, one thing that I'm curious about is what these little discs are on the floor, these little circles right there. I'm assuming those would be the chargers for the cars that they use in this ride, right? Because these are all trackless, and I think whenever the cars, you know, trackless cars stop somewhere, they always end up stopping on one of these little things that are on the floor, these little charger thingamajigs, you would call them. I have no idea, but that's what I'm assuming. I'm not sure how exactly these rides work, but I would love to learn one day. You know, just take a look at this. Like, there's no track whatsoever, but these cars move somehow. I mean, you could see all of their, you know, marks on the floor, you know, because of all the spinning that they do and the amount of curves they take, turns, excuse me, and all that fun stuff. So that's just really interesting to look at when you take a look at everything in detail. So who remembers when that building facade behind the queue of Luigi's Rollickin Roadsters never existed? It was just an empty, giant space. From my understanding, they made those facades right here to cover up some new offices that they made here by California Adventure, something like that. I believe it's something along those lines. If not, it's something related to the, you know, backstage areas of Disneyland. So something like that. It's probably just there to cover it up, but of course make it all part of the theme and all part of the story of California Adventure and Cars Land, all that fun stuff. This might just be a big no duh moment, but there's no music playing here. I think that's what also gives this an eerie vibe a little bit. There's no noise whatsoever coming from here. Like, not even the land's music is playing in this whole area. So I don't know, this just feels really creepy to see. I mean, I'm not trying to exaggerate it, but I mean, it's just dull. I'll tell you that, it's dull to see, but it's always, it's surreal. We'll just say that, and just say that it's surreal. There we go. That was interesting to see. If you guys enjoyed that video, let me know if you guys want to see more of weird activities happening here at Disneyland. Thank you for watching. See you guys in the next one.